He's also a research fellow at the Chahar Institute and Council member of Chinese Association for South Asian Studies. He has appeared on China's Central Television News program Asia Today to make comments on local Nepalese elections. He had worked in Nepal for 3 years as a Chinese language teacher and Chinese director at the Confucius Institute at Kathmandu University. He has provided commentary for all affairs on international affairs run by Chinese Foreign Ministry, the Global Times, and www.CN. He has received numerous awards from HUEB for being excellent professor, including HUEB, Ocean Prominent Teacher, HUEB Excellent Teacher, Distinguished Teaching Achievement Winner. He had been a visiting scholar at Campbell's Isle University, Kentucky, for 1 year, and senior research fellow for half a year at Western Michigan University. He accomplished 10 research projects and published more than 30 articles. He has given many academic lectures throughout Asia and the US. I think that's all. You're very much welcome, and Professor Zhang, and we are also very old friends.
Okay,
So
thank you.
Nice to see you here.
Thank you so much. Now, first, I would like to say Namaste. You know, just in the year 2010, on August the 10th, I was just exactly in this regional hall to participate in the South Asia China Cultural Forum. That is the first time I came to Nepal and worked as a Chinese language teacher in Kathmandu University, Confucius Institute, for 3 years. We have already organized several programs here in the Yakyati Hotel. So this time, when I was here yesterday afternoon, and yesterday evening, and this morning after breakfast, I revisited so many beautiful places and took so many photos, and make my cell phone does not work. So some of my Chinese colleagues asked me, Professor Zhang, please tell me what is the meaning of Kasthamandap? So Kasthamandap, I searched it with AI, DeepSeek, Kimi. Kast means wood, Mandap means pavilion. Am I right? Yes. So that is another way of saying Kathmandu. More than 15 years ago, I was here promoting Chinese language and Chinese culture to Nepali students, Nepali, friends. So that is why I make my PPT in both Chinese and English. For your better understanding, maybe some of you are Chinese learners. They can, bridge the gap between Chinese language and English language, because even if I had, taught myself a whole book of Nepali language, but I cannot speak too much Nepali language. I only remember that more Nepali ho, more dimi lai mai good, Danny but thank you, so on. Okay. How to use it? Oh. This is the picture. I was there. Can you find me? Just exactly this place. Okay. Now next. I can't use this turner, page turner. So I think I should play as a bridge to make the Chinese better understanding, the Nepalis, and to facilitate the Nepali friends to better understand Chinese. And today is the Kasthamandap dialogue about BRI. So, secondly, I would extend my sincere thanks to Right Honorable former Prime Minister Zhang. You invite me and other Chinese scholars here to share our standing about BRI. I think that is how to use it. Okay. So I take much time to prepare the PPT for your better understanding. Okay, this way. This way? That's not gonna work. Oh. Okay, the first part, I would like to provide you a bigger picture of China-US relationships. Now, in the year 2019, okay, President Xi Jinping paid a historical visit to Nepal and promote China-Nepal relationship to a new high level. That is the strategic partnership of cooperation featuring everlasting friendship for development and prosperity. Now next. Now in the year 2023, when the former Prime Minister Prachanda paid a visit to Beijing, to Hangzhou to attend the Asian Games opening ceremony. And then he went to Beijing and had a talk with Premier Li Qiang. And in that visit, China and Nepal decided to build together the shared future for humankind. Which one? This way? Oh. This way? This is the communicate. Altogether, there are 13 articles of the communicate. The number 12 is about China and Nepal work together to build a community with a shared future for humankind, for mankind. Last year, in December, Prime Minister K.P. Sharma Ali visited China, and China and Nepal signed the framework for BRI cooperation. China Daily, the national English newspaper of China, interviewed me and quoted my opinion. You can read it. Okay, read it. This is the signing ceremony for the framework of Belt and Road Initiative cooperation. Now, this signing, I think it has paved the way to implementing the BRI projects. Now, what is BRI? This morning, I heard so many distinguished leaders, especially former Prime Minister Zhang's inspiring speech. Now, the distinguished professors and leaders, they have made very deep research and analysis about BRI. Now here, I would like again to make you, all of you, to remember and understand what exactly is BRI. B stands for belt. What belt? The Silk Road Economic Belt. Now, the R stands for road. What road? The 21st century maritime Silk Road. Altogether, that is B and R. And then initiative. About 10 years ago, in the year 2016, I was in Kathmandu to attend a seminar talking about OBOR. At first, it was named as One Belt and One Road, OBOR. And then, now it is BRI. President Xi Jinping, during his official visit to Kazakhstan, on September the 7th, 2023, he proposed the Silk Road Economic Belt. Okay. This is, what's wrong? This is what he is delivering the keynote speech in Kazakhstan. And then, less than 1 month later, when he was paying a visit to Indonesia, he proposed the 21st century maritime Silk Road proposal. Now, this is the link. If you are interested to learn, to study the two initiatives, you can visit the website and learn more about that. Now, in BRI, there are 5 connects. The first one is policy coordination. The second one is infrastructure connectivity. The third one is unimpeded trade. Number 4 is financial integration. The last one, number 5, is closer people-to-people ties. I think such a program is for bringing the Chinese people's hearts and the Nepali people's hearts closer and together. So thank you again, Prime Minister Jananat Hotel, and all of you who are here present on this dialogue. Okay. Now, President Xi gave speech to the Indonesia's parliament about the 21st century maritime Silk Road. This is the picture. Now, in Chinese, when we study and read President Xi's books, there are 3 phrases. First, 读原著, read the original words. Second, 学原文, study the original texts. And the third, 悟原理, to comprehend the underlying principles. Now, in my office, I have the 3 versions of President Xi's book. The first one, Chinese version of the governance of China. The second one, the English. The third one is the Nepali language version. I suppose most of you, perhaps each of you have at least 1 or 2 of these volumes about President Xi's book, The Governance of China. What's wrong? What's wrong? Huh? What's wrong with it? What's wrong? Okay. This is the Chinese version. This is the Chinese version for the first article. The belt, the road. The Nepali version. Maybe you can take a photo about this. Read it carefully. This is the Nepali. This is the Nepali. This is the English. Okay, let's get back to English because I cannot speak too much Nepali language. You don't know much about Chinese language. Although we have been here for more than 15 years teaching Chinese language, I don't think many of you can understand Chinese. So I put here in both English and Chinese. Okay. What did President Xi say when he explained BRI's 5 connects for the first time? First, we need to step up policy consultation. Now, if you read it carefully, we can understand the original meaning and his profound thinking about China and the world. Okay. So for the time being, okay, I wouldn't like to read all of these. What's wrong with the PPT? Last time when I was giving a lecture in Annapurna Hotel, the power went off. This time something wrong with the... Okay, thank you so much. Okay. Now next. Second, we need to improve road connections. Next. Third, we need to promote unimpeded trade. Next. Now the fourth, we need to enhance monetary circulation. Take myself, for example. Yesterday afternoon, when I get off the plane, if we can use, the e-pay without changing the money, it will be much easier. Okay. Yesterday afternoon, when I arrived at the Tribhuvan airport, to my surprise, I found there's no personnel helping us to get the visa, only machine. You can get it online. Okay. The next. Now the fifth, we need to increase understanding between our peoples. That is what we are doing here today. Okay, next. Okay. Now this is a picture about the Belt and Road Initiative. This is the Silk Road Economic Belt. I think the picture is too small for you, especially those who are sitting in the back row, so no need to explain too much. Okay, this is the Maritime Silk Road. Next. This is a general picture. Next. Okay, when you read the picture, the maps, you cannot find South Asia. So in the year 2017, I visited Nepal and India. Now in India, I proposed to set up China, Nepal, India economics and cultural corridor. Not only economic corridor, but also cultural, because we have very deep cultural and historical connections. In China, we have more than 100 billion or more than 200 billion Buddhists. Take my wife, for example. My wife is there. Okay, she is a Buddhist. After this conference, we plan to visit Lumbini, revisit Lumbini to worship the Lord Buddha, to seek wisdom from the great Lord Buddha. Okay. Now, Lumbini is the birthplace of Lord Buddha. And, the Bodh Gaya in India is the place where Lord Buddha obtained enlightenment. In Chinese, we say, 菩提树下顿悟. Now, Sanat is the site where Lord Buddha teaches or taught his first pupils. And Kushnagar is the place where Lord Buddha renewed. These are all Buddhist holy sites. In China's Xizang autonomous region, there is the Mount Kailash and Lake Mansarovar. Now in India and in Nepal, most people are believers of Hinduism. Now if we three countries, China, Nepal, and India, facilitate each other people's visit to their sacred places, you can just imagine that is how large the economic, the personnel, the goods, flows. In this way, we can bring prosperity to not only Nepal, but also India and China, especially the western part of China. Okay, that is my understanding. So if the three countries work together, get rid of the bias, the zero-sum mindedness, okay, we can develop ourselves into an Asian, century.
Professor Zhang, you are
Okay, thank you. Too much. Oh, what's wrong? Okay, no, next. Next. Now, BRI is not a debt trap, but a pie that can benefit both China and the recipient countries. Next. Now, who invented China's debt trap diplomacy? That is an Indian scholar, Brahma Chinani. Okay, next. This is where he first published his article. Next. Now, no. The American professors, they have done very deep analysis saying that the Chinese debt trap is a myth. It's not true. Next. This is the two professors. Next. Oh, New York Times. They also say it's not a debt trap. Next. Now, the Chatham House, the British, they also published a very long report about China's, BRI is no debt trap, but an economic development initiative. Next. This is the picture. You can read it online. Okay, next. In Chinese, we say 要致富先修路. Build road first if you want to become rich. Next. This is the railway China helped Tanzania and Zambia to build the road in 1960s. Now next. This is the road in Indonesia. Next. Now next. Now when is the China-Nepal railway? I hope next time I come to have a seminar in Kathmandu, the China-Nepal railway will be finished. Okay, we can have China, Nepal, India corridor, and then if we still build up the railroad or the highway from Bangladesh to Pakistan, passing through Kathmandu, then I think Kathmandu will be South Asia's Brussels, and Nepal will turn itself into South Asia's Switzerland to enjoy prosperity and stability. Now next. Now China also has borrowed a lot of money to build the infrastructures. Now next. Again. History and reality have proved that No country can achieve prosperity only relying on foreign grants. Now that is one of your UML leaders. Now when the politicians, they discuss about BRI's loans, some friends say, oh no loans, only grant. Now this is the UML General Secretary's opinion. Next. This is the Rising Nepal's deputy editor. Okay, next. Now, not long ago, Prime Minister Ali says, no one else will develop Nepal. You should work yourself with China, India, the America, and all the other, development partners support and help. Next. Now, this is also a leader and economist. Dr. Weigel said before Prime Minister Ali's China visit last December, he accused those political parties who refuse China's loans as immature. Okay, next. BRI is not donation, but win-win cooperation. That is the BBC Nepali News version, interviewed me when Prime Minister Ali started his China visit. Now, it was the screenshot. Next. Finally, I do believe Nepal can and surely will turn itself into South Asia's Switzerland and Kathmandu, South Asia's Brussels. A stable and prosperous Nepal will benefit the Nepali people and its two neighbors, as well as the whole South Asia. Nepal also can be a platform for win-win cooperation between China, India, the USA, and other countries. Let's work together and make the BRI cooperation and happy Nepali, prosperous Nepal's vision come into true as early as possible. Next time I come to Kathmandu for a seminar, maybe you are already a developed country. We can have more and more happy smiles and young children. Yesterday afternoon, my wife told me that, I found that so many people are much richer than she was here more than 15 years ago. Okay, we can see that the streets are much more clean and the people are more happier. That is, we have achieved. Why not work together to make Nepal a developed country instead of a developing country? Okay, that is my understanding about BRI cooperation with Nepal, a win-win path to Nepal's prosperity. If I have made some mistakes or offensive to any of you, please forgive me. It's all my fault. It has nothing to do with others. Thank you so much. Dari Dhanyabad. Okay, thank you.
Thank you. Thank you very much for very elaborate presentation. Without any ado, I would like to request Mr. Tantakaki